Welcome back to even more TI8 requests. So, we've got Tiny, Visage, Tusk, Gyro, as well as the Ancient Apparition. And then for the dire side, Disruptor, Omni, Venge, Bounty, as well as the Nature's Prophet. So, we'll see how this goes. Late game, I could see this going to the dire side. They do have the Bounty Hunter to work with to get that track gold going. As for the rating, I feel like they're more inclined to get this done in the mid game a little bit earlier and kind of slow down the dire side. If they're unable to slow down the dire, I don't think they win this at all. I don't think staying neck and neck with them is really going to make much of a difference. And it's not, in my opinion, the spot to be in. Lane-wise, it looks like Disruptor, Lone Druid, and the Bounty. We'll see if the Bounty's roaming and how much he's going to be roaming, if at all. And then Cheesehead Logic. Is that real Cheesehead Logic? From CSL? I guess that could be him. Yeah. I think I was gonna do some games for CSL, and then my schedule just didn't work out. But it's unfortunate because they look really fun, and honestly, I'd love to be a part of that LAN. So maybe one of these days I'll be able to do more for them, which would be kind of nice. Well, as we just wait here with the long pause. Thing is, this doesn't even... So this time is that, but it doesn't line up anymore or whatever because of the pause. I have no idea. We'll see how long this pause is. Who really knows? But we'll wait. It's fine. I got lots of time. No need to worry. And there is the Tiny reconnecting. Let's see. I kind of want to see if this jumps. No. Okay. So that doesn't jump at all, and Bounty trying to steal the bounty. Let's see what he can do, and should be able to now that he grabbed the tree, and yeah. Bounty rune taken. Not staying nearby, and all of a sudden, First Blood is there for the Gyrocopter over the Omni Knight. Omni Knight going to be in the off lane by himself, it seems, and I think this is during the time of Omni Knight just being just a devastating off laner. And then over towards top is the Disruptor and the Lone Druid. And Bounty should be, at least for now, roaming around. He's looking for a courier to come through. We'll see if they even send the courier in, as it is Visage early. And he's not going for a bottle or anything. So he might wait on grabbing that courier until he's able to finish off that wand. So that might throw off the timing. There is a ward placed to maybe try and catch it, as Bounty Hunter does come over towards mid. Meanwhile, the Disruptor getting low over towards top. Tusk in a little bit of a chase there for the Disruptor. And then Bounty Hunter just disrupting mid. So we'll see how Lone Druid is able to do. He's got this bear with him. Trying to keep it alive. Doesn't want to give up that early gold, but only with the tree and tree toss. Do they have it? And okay. I say that, and all of a sudden, 300 gold is the way of this Tiny, and he spawns another bear. This time, be careful. It's like when a kid buys something, or the mom buys something for the kid, and immediately he drops it. So you buy him another one, and you're like, chill. Don't drop this one. I'm not getting you another one. Although this time there's a 2-minute cooldown, so it wouldn't be immediately. Eventually the mom would cave, there'd be some crying. But look at this, the bear is already low. 1,500 health down to a fifth of that. Gotta be very careful, and you've got the disruptor here. You want to try and harass out this Tiny as best you can, but for right now, the Tiny is just taking care of this bear. Snowball comes in, they go for the bear once again, and trying to get away. The avalanche comes through, they'll kill it. Courier's killed by the bounty over mid. They'll look for the tusk, they'll trade at least one. Druid trying to get away. Bounty Hunter does come over. They don't have Glimpse, but they have Kinetic Field in a moment if they can find him, as well as the Thunder Strike. There's the Kinetic Field. Oh, just a little bit late. And here's the Snowball back, so Tusk is here. Bounty Hunter comes in. Thunderstrike is out onto this Tiny. They're trying to at least trade. Maybe give the Lone Druid the kill. And Bounty Hunter will not walk away, dying to the Tusk with the Orb of Venom. But Lone Druid getting the kill on the Tiny is, you know, enough to be a little bit happy about. Is Omni over bottom. You know, a lot of trouble. Homing Missile coming in. They have really started to get around him. He's got the repel, so he's not going to get stunned up. But the chase is still on. There's the salve. If he could just cancel it. There it is. Rocket Barrage, Cold Feet. Gyrocopter, as well as the Ancient Apparition, actually getting credit for it. Take out the Omni Knight. So things looking good for the Radiant to start this game off, as found themselves a little bit of a net worth lead, about 1,000 at the moment. Visage looking for a quicker 6 and trying to get himself those familiars. We'll see what he's able to do. There's a bear here with 2,000 health, so maybe he's able to survive this time around. As Thunder Strike, Kinetic Field will keep the Tiny close. Disruptor able to walk away. Courier coming over. Salve going to be used. Tusk continuing to chase. No route just yet for the bear. And Disruptor. Oh, couldn't get there quick enough, but Disruptor top losing a lot of health quickly, and that's due to the Avalanche Toss and Ice Shards that are just, you're able to put them in succession with each other to get a nice quick kill. And the bear's still trying to man fight this Tusk, and I don't really understand it. They take the bear again. He doesn't have bear for another 24 seconds. Shard's not available. Snowball not available. Meanwhile, Visage dies over mid. And Lone Druid gonna shrine up, and by the time he gets back to lane, he'll have bear again. But things getting a little bit out of hand for this Lone Druid, as he's lost that bear multiple times and is severely falling behind. 6 and 3, getting heavily shut down in this lane. Already level 6 is Tiny. Visage down again over mid. And they'll take out the Ancient Apparition, who rotated to help as well. So 2 heroes die over mid. Venge level 6. Bring over the Bounty Hunter. He's looking for 6 to get that track gold to help this Lone Druid, which he'll desperately need at this point. Homing Missile hits. Rocket Barrage onto the Omni Knight. There's the Repel. Chase is on for just a moment. Has the rocket barrage again, and now has the call down, so we'll see if that slow lets him catch up with the rocket barrage. It will. And the damage on top of that is not anything pleasant. So Bear back up. Bear now level 3. And finally does have the root. But Bounty comes over. Gyrocopter gets a kill on the Venge, but they've got the shards with the avalanche toss. Bounty ends up falling. They try to turn it. They're trying to get a root into the Disruptor, who will get the glimpse back. They've got the root. They'll have the damage to grab themselves a second here.
Tower looks to be disintegrating.
And it's 9-6 all of a sudden. Kills happening all over the place. Kinetic field drop down again. See if they can find the root onto this Tiny. Avalanche, there's the toss. Lone Druid, one shot from dead, needs to be careful. Trying to get out of here. Avalanche not going to be up in time. Meanwhile, Gyro gets another kill in the Omni Knight. Bounty comes over. The Tiny in a lot of trouble. The root not happening just yet. The chase is still on, and no shuriken toss for a while. The shards actually push the Bounty Hunter continually in. Avalanche, Snowball over the top, unable to get the shuriken. Now they turn their attention towards the Tusk. Could not get that kill on the Tiny. Omni Knight falls for the 4th time in this offlane. So Gyrocopter 4-0 in this lane already.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And level 6 now has the familiars to start working on this tower. So, Visage dies mid as Tiny's gonna go for this bear over top. Take a look back over mid. They'll clean up one familiar, look for another. They want that gold. And Snowball comes out over towards top. Lone Druid in a little bit of trouble. Rotation comes through from the Bounty Hunter. Now they've got the root. They might be able to kill this Tusk, but the Avalanche hits on 2. There's the toss onto the Lone Druid as well as the tree toss to get the kill. Now you look over at this Tusk. No shuriken toss available for 3 seconds, and you need to be very careful because the snowball toss is there, and Tiny, one more shot, will get the double kill. Disruptor with the glimpse. Trying to help the Venge out. Over bottom. Omni Knight, gotta be careful. Ancient Apparition comes over. There's the homing missile to start this off. The Purification right on top needs the repel, but now he's going to be hit up by Cold Feet as well as the homing missile. Rocket Barrage comes in. Omni Knight dead for the 5th time in that lane. And, oh boy. Ancient Apparition does end up getting traded by the Bounty Hunter, who's now level 6 again. Call down comes through, and the second missile hits. Just not enough damage to kill off that Bounty Hunter. You take a look over top. Tiny's getting a little bit low.
Bountiful.
When Druid's moved over mid, he's hit level 6.
My pension.
Gyro now running from the Bounty Hunter and the Omni Knight. Tiny dies over top, but here's the Snowball. Doesn't pull in the Gyrocopter. Trying to lead him, and actually the shards force him downwards. They'll get the kill regardless, and now they look over the Omni Knight. Purification comes through. Tusk continuing on, and trying to chase this Omni Knight, and will successfully do so as the shards will help Gyro finish him off. Over mid, we take a look. Visage hit with the magic missile as well as the Wave of Terror, and that will be a kill over mid for the Dire. They bring 4 heroes here. Now level 7 is this Bounty Hunter. They'll have tracks, so they'll be able to boost the gold on the Dire side. Nice little Ice Blast coming out. Avalanche toss. Cold Feet onto the Visage, or onto the Venge. They'll get themselves the kill. They'll look over the Lone Druid. That's going to be a second. Disruptor trying to run. The Walrus Punch is there. Slowed up. Killed off. Gone. And that is 3 kills coming in for the Radiant.
Dire's bottom tower's getting pushed around.
No sorceries avail.
So Omni Knight uses the repel. Doesn't have it for another 23 seconds.
Dire's middle tower's in
Just has to
trouble.
be careful in this lane, as over mid they'll lose their tier 1.
Dire's middle tower's
Avalanche comes through onto the bear. Root. Bear going for Midas. Oop, over bottom. There's the Static Storm way down on the Ancient Apparition. And they'll get the track kill.
Heresy.
Avalanche toss coming through. Snowball stops this Omni Knight. Guardian Angel will be used, but it's a double kill with the call down coming out from the Gyrocopter. He's tracked up, trying to run away from the Venge. He's got them Mask of Madness, but that time's out. Wave of Terror comes in. They might even look to turn. They've got the swap into the Magic Missile, but there's the Avalanche with the toss. Rocket Barrage comes in. Can they get the kill? Gyro needs to run away as the Shuriken comes out. Tiny, as well as the Gyro drop. Can he lead it? Actually getting to the right will be the
Dire's
Venge.
top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
So
Dire's top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble. Dire's putting a hurt on Radiant's middle tower.
top tier 1 goes down thanks to the familiars in the trees. Heal those up. Still keeping the pressure on and taking out these towers. Swap, Magic Missile, Wave of Terror. They've got the kinetic field, but the Snowball is going to be able to hold on for a moment, and Static Storm will do it. Maybe a little bit more than they were wanting to spend, but Bounty Hunter still continuing to come in. There's the Shuriken toss to get the kill, and they clean up 2. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter trying to finish off the Sanjin Yasha over bottom. You've got Visage with the Medallion coming out, and then Tiny going for the Shadow Blade. He's got the Blink Tagger, though. We'll see what he's able to do with that. Tiny Tusk, Avalanche Toss, quickly cleaning up this Omni Knight. Now we've got the Ancient Apparition coming over, maybe looking to lead in an Ice Blast. Is holding it for now as a Disruptor on the high ground. But Tiny's here. Tiny's ready. Has the blink. Avalanche with the toss. One more shot will get the kill. The glimpse just makes it easier for him to escape. Take a look over mid. Lone Druid and Bounty Hunter are here to try and defend, but this is 4 heroes coming in. Meanwhile, Visage going for the top tier 2. Down to about half health. One stun comes out, looking maybe for a second. There it is, and Omni Knight now with the repel. Meanwhile, over mid, they've got the Avalanche as well as the toss back into the entire team, and Ice Blast will lead them, and actually won't. Ooh, the swap came out from the Venge to keep him alive, but Venge taking a lot of damage here with the Mask of Madness used by this tier 2 tower. Glimpse back into Static Storm, Tiny in a bit of trouble. We'll have the Wave of Terror silenced up, trying to run. Janata's there, Tusk trying to get in the way. There's the toss, hits on 3. Snowball staying alive, and there's the Guardian Angel. So they'll pop that, but it's not going to keep this Bounty Hunter alive. They do get the track gold, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
it was very long, drawn out fight. Visage will take
Top tower is
this tier 2 top with the familiars.
Where's my pension?
Double damage.
Bountiful.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
So Venge continuing to farm, going for the 4 staff, has picked up the Dragon Lance to take over the Tiny. He's got that Shadow Blade just about. Visage probably for a Solar Crest. Tusk going for the Blink Dagger. Gyrocopter to the SNY. Has Phase Boots as well as the drums. Ancient Apparition just supporting out here, but does have 1,600 gold. We'll see maybe a Recovery Midas or just a sustaining Midas wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Lone Druid. He's got boots. Take a look at his bear in just a moment. And that bear's got Midas. So the bear has Midas. Bounty Hunter for the Guardian Greaves. Knight dies over bottom. They've got the Gyrocopter down. Now Disruptor's going to be the second one to fall on the side of the Dire. Tusk trying to get away, and they're both tracked up. I'm sure it can toss just... And Snowballs actually goes to the high ground, stopping the TP with the bear. They'll get the kill. Venge is the one who gets it. A little bit of a trade there, 2 for 2. Just a little bit low, Avalanche toss, and this is where you try to run from the Tiny, just barely surviving. Survives with under 100 health. Close, but not enough.
Be judged fairly.
What's Disruptor got? 4 staffs, so they're all trying to get away, especially from this Tiny. As they'll try to clean up these Ancients. Roche is up. We'll place down a couple sentries here. Nice ward, just trying to make sure they have the vision. And they'll turn it over to try and get this Roche.
Dire is scanning for enemies. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Gonna be a relatively easy Roche. Bounty Hunter nowhere nearby. The team, the Dire not coming over that quickly. And now the Aegis is picked up by the Gyrocopter, finishing off that SM line, having the Aegis to boot. Blink Dagger here for the Tusk. So we'll see what they're able to do with this. As Courier needs to be very careful. Bottom Ice Blast hits. Tiny's here with the Tusk. They go after the Lone Druid. They've got the Walrus Punch, slowing him down with a Sigil. Still trying to chase. The track is on the Tusk. Meanwhile, the Venge gets the kill on this Ancient Apparition. They'll clean up the Lone Druid. They try to dust as Call Down comes through. End up trading 1 for 1, and getting that Lone Druid, I mean, you're really slowing down that farm that he desperately needs. So Gyro to push through bottom. Venge has the Hurricane Pike, could save this game. And if they're able to hold out successfully to get this Venge enough time to hold out for the lone Druid who's going for the Radiance. I mean, maybe we see a hold from the Dire, but it definitely seems like it's not likely. As, oh boy, there's the call down. Guardian Angel comes out. Gyrocopter going in a little bit too deep. And now, trying to get away, might have the Aegis popped. Actually, the Tiny falls first. And the chase is on. Gyro able to survive. Tiny's the one who falls. You can't really fight without him. And let's see if they're able to get this Tusk. Bounty coming around. And there's the track with the bear. They're just trying to make time. He'll go over towards the Ancients. And actually is able to blink away. Shards come through. There's the swap onto the Visage. And they've got him. There's the track. They'll get the kill. Walrus punch out onto the Venge. And that's not the way to go, as you're giving up even more track gold there. And that is a kill for the lone Druid that he desperately needed. Getting really close to that Sacred Relic. And if he gets this Radiance, that could be a big turnaround for this Dire side.
Radiant fortified their structures. Pretty good move, if you ask me.
Haste.
Gyro's still getting back. He is looking for that BKB. Meanwhile, got the Spirit Bear. Enough for that Sacred Relic, and he'll go up and he'll buy it. Smoke comes out, and they find him with the Ice Blast as well as the Rocket Barrage. They'll get the kill. And kill the Disruptor. Static Storm also laid down for that. Radiant get a very nice pick off. Over top, however, Tusk in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to juke away from this Venge. The Magic Missile comes out. Here comes the Tiny. Toss comes through with the Avalanche. Do they have the damage? And Tusk doesn't. He's dead first. And now they've got the track coming out onto the Tiny. Magic Missile, Purification. That's going to be a second for the Bounty Hunter. Ice Blast comes in to kill off the Venge. But still, giving up those kind of kills is not what you need to be doing, especially with the Bounty Hunter that's available. Missile on the Visage, and there's the glimpse back into the kinetic field for this Gyrocopter. He still does have Aegis, and he will get popped. Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition's going to be killed off. It's going to be a 2-on-5 Magic Missile, and that should be the second one. It will be. And over the Visage, and a full team wipe for the Dire. Going really well for them in that moment. And that is Venge. Getting a bunch of kills, and again, making that time for the lone Druid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 3,000 net worth lead here, and you take a look. Just 10,000 experience too, and wow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Things are getting rough, and try and see what they're able to do here. As Dire are really starting to pull away with this game. Got a 3,000 net worth lead. Radiance on the bear. Things are starting to really turn for them. And that's what they needed. They needed the Venge to buy that time. And the Venge did. But coming around is the Tiny. Bounty Hunters here. Blink forward, Avalanche through, onto the Venge, which they need to get the kill on. Visage has been tracked up.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
they start
under
to take
attack.
away this vision. Glimpse. Ancient Apparition's been there for 4 seconds, just taking out wards. They are tracked up, so they know where 3 of these heroes are. Gives them a chance to really go in. Meanwhile, Lone Druid just taking the bottom lane. But Bear's gonna die. Ice Blast comes out. And now the fight's raging on over towards top. Visage in a little bit of trouble. Purification right on top. The track is there, and the kill will be had. Just a moment as it's Lone Druid who gets that. Swap comes through. And just gonna find this Ancient Apparition. Kinetic Field trying to lock in this Gyrocopter, but another 2 kills there for the Dire. Comes back, Static Storm, Tusk in trouble. There's the track, that's all they need moving forward. And there it is. There it is with a nice little kill, and Gyrocopter almost drops as well. Dire might just be able to finish this off. Trying to use these Visage Birds to really push in if they can, but they've lost the mid-tier 2, and this could be the tier 3 to follow. Swap, Blink, Magic Missile by the tier 4s, as well as the Shuriken Toss. Let's see what they're able to do. Ice Blast will come in. Not going to land on anybody. It will put Venge in
Dire's top tower is under attack.
to a bit of trouble, but honestly should be okay. There's the toss right on up, and now they're looking for the BKB's been popped by the Venge. The chase is on, moving on forward, going for the Ancient Apparition. Not going to be enough damage, though. Meanwhile, half the damage done to the tier 3s, and that's enough to scare the Dire. So Radiant are able to hold in that moment.
Bountiful.
Bear gets hit with a nice little doink.
Invisibility.
Radiant smoked up, coming around. They'll find the bear. And they might just want the bear. Meanwhile, Omni Knight nearby, but they can't find it. Avalanche Toss comes out onto the Omni Knight. Snowball comes in, forced after the low ground. Ice Blast is going to miss. Now the Shards lock in the Omni Knight. He might be in a little bit of trouble. The BKB is popped by the Gyrocopter as well as the Venge. They're starting to trade hits with the entire side. Gyrocopter getting down to low health as Venge still basically fine. Force staff forward, kills the Gyro, loses the Omni Knight as well as the Ancient Apparition falling. Venge now tossed up and hit up by this Tusk with the Walrus Punch, but nice little roar there, which is going to help this Dire side possibly finish it off. And all the stun with the Spirit Vessel is going to be enough. Tiny comes back in to make sure, but it will be a full team wipe in favor of the Dire. Buying back will be the Ancient Apparition. So Shuriken Toss comes out. Tier 3 going to go down. Trying to find some sort of play here. As the Dire do scan up. You got to know they're there. And there's the blink in with the toss. Trying to find something into the Static Storm. Tiny in a lot of trouble trying to survive, but he's tracked up. And he's going to go down. BKB pop by the Gyrocopter starting to chase. You don't want to chase too far. Call down, Force Staff away. Turns around for just a moment. Gets turned around himself. Probably clicked somewhere in the wrong spot. That's going to lead to this Disruptor's death. But Gyrocopter should be next. I mean, with the Radiance and one more chop down from this bear, that's more than enough.
Fear nothing.
Ice Blast comes in. Maybe looking for the Omni Knight, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
he's fine.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower
Now
is
after
about to be
taking
Radiant's
half the
top
mid
tower.
set of racks, they'll go for the bottom set of racks.
Dire's top
Slowly
tower
closing
is
this one out.
no more.
The Visage Familiars do take a tier 3, but I don't really know what they're going to try and do here.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Let's snap.
Snowball comes in.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Omni Knight sticking around and trying to TP out. Lotus Punch is there. We'll grab the kill.
Radiant's middle tower
Chase
is not
still
feeling
on here, and they should be able to get this kill. Tiny comes over. He'll make sure.
His top barracks are
One
feeling
more
the
will
pressure.
slap down, and with that, taking the melee over bottom. And they've taken the full set of racks mid. 19,000 net worth lead here for the Dire. And despite shutting down this lone druid, he's been able to make his way back into it. Snowball, Ice Blast, Shards trying to get his way out. Hit by the Ice Blast, and Visage gets the kill. All of a sudden, Lone Druid dead for 76 seconds.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Venge just defending top, and Radiant will go into Roche, so try to get this Aegis. And jeez. Visage getting a touch low, and nope. Oh boy. Oh boy. Aegis is dropped, and the cheese picked up by the Visage. Whew. That was close. Oh, there's the glimpse. Ice Blast comes through. They'll kill the Ancient Apparition with ease. Meanwhile, Tiny trying to push out a little bit here or there. Evan's Halberd next for the Tusk.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
And Dire slowing down a little bit. Going for the Ags on the Omni Knight. Disruptor, he's got himself a Glimmer Cape and a Force Staff. Meanwhile, the Venge into the Nullifier. Bounty Hunter. Guardian Greaves and the Lotus Orb Force Staff Pike. He's got a lot of gold. He's third on the net worth. And then you take a look at Vlad's here on the Lone Druid Bear, as well as AC. Picked up. So this bear is going to be very hard to kill, and Dire really are eventually just trying to close out.
Regeneration.
They're taking it a little bit slow. They know that the Gyrocopter has the Aegis. He's trying to get himself a Butterfly. That's probably going to be a buyout with the Aegis if it's in time. If he can't get it in time, he's got to save for buyback. And it will come over towards bottom. There's the Force Staff, Nullifier, and this damage coming in real heavy.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
As they will finally get the kill on to the Visage.
Radiant's
He's dead for
bottom
54
shrine has
seconds, so
fallen.
Venge
That
coming
boy
in, gets the
can't
nullifier
keep
with the
far away.
stun. And Visage down for 45 seconds. As AC, I mean, farm-wise, not really much of anything for where you'd like the Visage to be.
Radiant's bottom barracks
We'll
are
start to
under
go
attack.
for the bottom set of racks. Still looking to clean it up.
Bottom barracks is falling.
Avalanche hits on the Lone Druid. Bears here. First hit root. Now into the Shadow Blade. Magic Missile comes out with that. There's the Dust with the glimpse into the Kinetic Field Static Storm. That's a problem. He's getting low, and he is in a lot of trouble, but saved by this Tusk with the Snowball. Shards locks him in. Avalanche Tusk. Purification. Guardian Angel. Now the turn for the Dire. Finding possibly the Gyrocopter, who just bought out, but he does have the Aegis. Tiny dies, as does the Tusk. And he did for 75 seconds.
Showing no mercy to Dire's top barracks.
Now they go for the tier 4s. Skip the top set of racks. They'll go for the tier 4s. Try to finish it off. There's the swap. Call down comes out. That hits on 2. They've got themselves this flat cannon trying to hold. Creeps coming in. Ancient exposed. Tusk low. Feared back. Running away. Gone he is. 72 seconds. Gyro's still trying to hold up. He's got the Aegis once he comes back to life. Omni Knight does end up dying, but he's got buyback. Nullified as well as killed off is the Visage. And it's the Gyro and Ancient Apparition. Now the Visage are here to try and hold. Lone Druid's going to finish the game off, and he's got the help, so they're not even going to worry about these heroes that are alive. Venge ends up freezing over. Lotus Orb is there, and they'll get the kill, but they can't hold. And Dire will take the win.